Calibrating any STECS variant is an easy procedure. There are two different ways to go about calibrating a new throttle, but to do either of them, you'll first have to unlink the two throttle grips by pulling out the lever on the left. Let's start with the first method, software calibration using that which you know all too well, the VKBDevCfg. After launching the devconfig and selecting your STECS in the device list at the top of the window, you'll calibrate the STECS just like how we calibrate any other VKB device here, by clicking the Start Calibration button. As requested by the instructional dialog box, ensure your throttle grips are set in the middle of the axis to start. You can check this by aligning the rollers at the 50% mark on the throttle arc. With the grips set at the 50% mark, click the Start Calibration button in the dialog box. A new dialog box tells you to move the grips all the way towards you and then proceed. Move the grips one at a time for a more accurate calibration. The next dialog box tells you to move the grips all the way away from you and then proceed. Finally, let's calibrate the analog wheel and mini-stick by moving them fully through their ranges a few times, giving the mini-stick a few twirls in each direction. Clicking the End Calibration button in the dialog box finalizes the calibration. Like with other current-gen VKB products, there's an option to calibrate the device with a sequence of button presses instead of utilizing the software. Again, unlink the two throttle grips with the lever on the left and then position them both exactly at the middle of the arc by aligning the rollers at the 50% mark. Failure to set this correctly before beginning calibration will lead to a flawed calibration. Now, let's use the buttons to trigger the calibration mode on the STECS. Set the selector dial to position 1, and then press and hold the red and gray buttons on either side of the selector simultaneously until the ON LED turns solid red. The press and hold time should be about 3 seconds. If the LED changes to rapid and blue flashing upon releasing the two buttons, the throttle is set in calibration mode. Pull the throttle grips all the way towards you, one at a time, and then all the way away from you, one at a time. Unlike with calibration through VKBDevCfg, there is no confirmation buttons here. Once the main axis is calibrated, move the analog wheel and mini-stick fully through the ranges, running the mini-stick in circles both clockwise and counterclockwise. To end your calibration, just press the red button once and the procedure will finalize. It's time to take the STECS to the skies.